It's Brian Preston, the money guy.
Are your eyes as bad as mine?
No. I thought it was Sarn, but I was like, Sarn's a weird name. I thought it was an R and an N next to each other. It might be a distortion from the water.
Oh, the water on the screen.
But this is from Sam. How do you recommend to adjust savings expectations from being DINK, which is dual income, no kids, to having an infant with one parent being essentially stay at home? We went from 30 to 40% gross savings to 20%. Now, Brian, I think this is great because both of us have navigated being dual income households, then moving into having families, and then moving into single income households. How would you think about savings rate through that process, or giving them some reprieve?
First of all, financial mutant status. I love it when, before children, you're saving 30+%. That means deferred gratification was never a problem, but it is probably a little off-putting. You go from your hyper saving, and because you're greater than 25%, and then you now drop down to one income as a household. You're probably in panic mode because I can still remember when I was younger doing an experience share when my wife and I crossed $1,000 a month of savings.
It's a big deal.
And we were like, "Whew, this is great! This is awesome to be piling this much money into our investments and savings." And then same thing when we had our first child. When I started my business in 2002, it was like all of a sudden it just is like the music stopped, and there wasn't a seat anymore. It's okay, and that's why I want you to know whenever I give that 25% of your gross income savings rate, it's household. I think a lot of people get confused on that because I want you, if you are a married couple, to combine your incomes while you're both working, but then when it's only one income, you can base it off of just the one income for the 25%. But I also want you to know it's okay if there's a period of time where you go below that 25% because life happens.
Yep.
That's why we call it the messy middle. I've shared many, many times that I did not feel like I had margin in my life. Now, I didn't mean I wasn't saving, I wasn't investing for the future, but there have been times whether I was starting the company or whether I was, saving for got a brand new house and things are going on, that I didn't have hiccups where I dropped below my desired 25%. But you just know that, hey, that's something that's ringing in the background going, hey, don't forget me. Don't forget. Get back on track. Get back on track. But life is going to happen. The good news about financial success is you don't have to be perfect. You can make a lot of mistakes or get really close. You're playing a game of horseshoes or hand grenades more than you're having to hit the bullseye with financial independence. And you do the right steps. You hit your 40s. And this magical thing, and it has to do with kind of the show we covered today, is that when you've had time to build for 20, 25, 30 years of savings and investing, this magical, critical mass happens where your money starts making more money than you make yourself. It happens. So just keep that. I'm okay if you have moments in your life like having children, buying houses, that you get off track a little bit. Base it off of the household. And then just make sure you don't overlook what you need to be doing in the long term.
And I think if you're going from 30 to 40% savings down to 20%, you're still in a great spot. The reason that we even talk about 20% is your goal for wealth building is income replacement. You want to get your army of dollar bills big enough that it can satisfy the lifestyle that you want to lead. Well, if you make X dollars and you pay X in taxes and you're saving X percent, income minus taxes minus savings equals your living expenses. You just want to build your army of dollars to be able to replace that number.
Yep.
Well, odds are saving 20, 25% will get you there. Now, 30 to 40 will get you there quicker, but maybe that's not necessary. Maybe you're not trying to get out quicker. And you want your baby to have diapers. That's just a thing you got to do, right? It makes a lot of sense.